father to son till nowadays. The last one is the 15th generation. Well, this hall was built in 1887 by Giuseppe Antonio Beretta. His father Pietro was the one to whom was dedicated the name of the company in 1832. And his firstborn, Pietro, once again, is the great-grandfather of Pietro Gussalli Beretta and Franco Gussalli Beretta, the two guys that run the company nowadays, and they are the 15th generation. You know, both of them are son of Ugo Gussalli Beretta, son, and in turn of a daughter of Pietro Beretta. Well, Giuseppe Beretta intended to build a big warehouse for storing up the Beretta product, but a few years later he decided to create inside here a selling point of the company. I mean, so create a wide showroom and created a really armory, a place where the people could come in for buying or for choosing and buying then the shotgun. The floor of was built with the wood used for the firearm stocks. You know, the ceiling was decorated. This cabinet with Gothic inspiration was set in. I mean, the company created a very lovely place. I mean, that's why they choose this place to welcome famous guests like kings, prime minister, president of states, and high-rank military people. But the situation of this room changed in 1967 when the family decided to move in another part of the plant, the selling point of the company, for preparing here inside her private firearm collection. The collection, now we have a very suggestive hall, full up of history, full up of invention and the technology. The collection is not open to the public. It's only open for the people who are interested in visiting the company. Nowadays counts more than 1,500 pieces coming from all over the world, not only manufactured by Beretta. For example, all the drawer full up of...
This is a gold?
Yes, that's a gold plated.
Please.
The collection can be divided in 4 sections. We have, to my back, we have hunting gun and competition gun. For competition, we mean plane pigeon shooting. To the opposite side, we have the military firearm, starting with the first window over there with the guns used, the muzzle loader gun used during the war for the Italian country, so more than 150 years ago. In the horizontal showcases, we have only pistols, and in particular, in these 2 windows, we have pistols manufactured by Beretta from 1915, the first one, to nowadays. The central part is the historical part, where we have muzzle loader gun and pistols manufactured from 1500 to the middle of 1800. So, the most precious gun we have inside this collection is our own. They are dated 1600, but the stock, the chisel, the trigger mechanism were manufactured by craftsmen in the central part of Italy. Only the barrels have a Beretta mark, because in that period Beretta manufactured only barrels. So Beretta is recognized as gun factory in 1680. So I just told you that Beretta at the beginning manufactured only barrels, you know, and here as shown in the part, the paper has shown how people prepare barrels before using the drilling machine. They had a shaping and a hot plant of inconditioned material were coiled around the pin, and then they hammer with the big hammer the outside part for squeezing the material against the pin, for shaping the inside part for function, and the outside part for ornament, you know. And they take out the pin and they have a hole, you know. Okay. Try to make the material as uniform as possible, just to avoid cracks, because cracks were cause of explosion or breakages during the firing test, you know. Another thing, placing on iron of different layer of iron with different chemical composition, heating the package it obtained and heating it under the big hammer and folding it several times, you got as a result the Damasco material. The Damasco material gave a pleasant appearance to the outside part of the barrel. That's typical Damasco material. That one. But, you know, the barrel manufactured in this way were weaker than the other one to the present on some more cracks, you know. Anyway, nowadays Damasco material is mostly used for blades, sword, daggers, and saber and so on. But also in Beretta for some non-functional parts of the premium grade shotgun in place of engraving, you know, like the side plates, the top lever, the trigger guard, the iron forehand, and so on. Okay.